What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. MTG here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, hi there. Today I want to compare the Galaxy Watch 4 to the Galaxy Watch Active 2. Now, in essence, the Galaxy Watch 4 right here is the successor to the Galaxy Watch Active 2. This came out in 2019, and this actually came out more recently in August of 2021. So I just want to compare the two, what has what features and which one is kind of a better buy in 2021. But before I do begin, I'd really appreciate if you can give this video a thumbs up and turn on the bell notifications, as it does help out the YouTube algorithm and will help push my content out to more people. Anyway, without further delay, let's dive right in. So, first things first is going to be design. Now, looking at these two, they look fairly similar, but they do have their differences. Let's start off with the sizes. They both come in 40 and 44 millimeters. I have the 44 for both the Watch Active 2 and the Galaxy Watch 4. I'm so used to saying Active, but here it is, a reference on my wrist, and I think it looks perfect. Fits perfectly on my wrist. So if you're like me and like a larger watch, then obviously the 44 would go for you. Here's the 44 Galaxy Watch 4 on my wrist as a reference, just to see how it looks. So there you go. Like I said, I would personally, in my own thing, choose 44 over the 40. Obviously it's larger, which means you get a larger screen to see notifications and whatnot. But as you also do notice, they sport a round case and screen, and they're considered like a traditional watch. Although the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic and the Galaxy Watch 3, they have that more traditional, like classy look to it, which these ones kind of give a more sporty look, and that's kind of what they're aimed at. So do keep that in mind. Now, both of these do support OLED displays, and they're super nice. Like outdoors, they're really visible. You can obviously see them outside when you're running or doing sports or just looking at your notification, answering a phone call, whatnot. The Galaxy Watch 4, if you pick up the 40 millimeter, it has a resolution of 396 by 396, and this one has a 450 by 450 resolution. So for a watch, that is pretty good. The Galaxy Watch Active 2 comes in at 360 by 360. I can't tell the difference, so I mean, most people won't. If you really look at it, I don't know, maybe through a microscope you might be able to, but otherwise on a day-to-day basis, I haven't noticed any difference whatsoever. They're both great OLED displays, and obviously they come from Samsung, so that's a huge plus. Now, if you notice, Samsung did maintain the thick digital display bezel. The Galaxy Watch 3 and the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, they have that digital, that physical bezel. This one has the on-screen digital bezel, which in my use, I've come to, it feels as if the digital bezel on the Galaxy Watch 4 has been a little bit more laggy, I guess you can say, than the Galaxy Watch Active 2. At times, let me put it that way, at times. Right now it seems like it's working great, but at times I feel like it's just a little bit more laggy. And I also do feel like it does have that thick bezel, but I just feel like the bezel on the Galaxy Watch Active 2 is a little bit thinner, and that's because there's a huge difference. If you look at it here, looking at it from the side, this has a redesigned frame with flat, not curved sides. There's also a gapless transition from the smartwatch chassis to the included silicone straps. So it has a redesign, which I'm not a huge fan of. Like, it's a nice clean watch, but I just like how this one has curved sides on the screen. It just gives a more cleaner, more minimal, more elegant look, in my opinion. And the uniform crown buttons, if you take a look, these are more oval shaped, and this is a little bit more round shaped. That doesn't really bother me too much. I don't really care, but that's just a physical difference, as you do notice as well. But otherwise, these watches are almost familiar. So if you have the Watch Active 2 and you pick up the Watch 4, you're gonna really be like, okay, this is kind of, almost the same thing. I don't have any problem getting used to it. It's literally kind of like an S update to a watch, I guess. I mean, if you want to put it that way. There is a small redesign, but other than that, in my personal preference, I do like the design of the Galaxy Watch Active 2 because mainly of that curved sides. But that's just me. Let me know if you like the more flat redesign over the curved sides in the comments down below. And since we are talking about design, I do also want to talk about the kind of colors you can get with the Watch Active 2. There's silver, there's black, pink, and then there's like a gold. Obviously, if you do pick up like the LTE, some of the LTE models have a different colors to them, like that gold, or I guess it was like a brown. And the Galaxy Watch 4 comes in black, silver, pink, gold, and green. Mine is the green right here. I actually really dig it. It's like a dark green, so I do like that. And I want to go a little bit different. I always pick up black or silver. Like I have a black Apple Watch SE, and I have the silver. I think this was like called Cloud. Man, I can't remember off the top of my head. Something. Let me know in the comments down below. Correct me what colors like the official naming for this was, but this is like the silver color of the Watch Active 2, which I do like. So do remember you're getting different colors for each iteration. Like you won't be getting a green for the Watch Active 2. Now I also do want to dive into a little bit of like, the specs inside, just to get that out of the way. So with the Watch Active 2, you're getting 4 gigs of storage, and with the Watch 4, you're getting 16 gigs of onboard storage. So if you want to store music and just use it like when you're running, and you want to carry your phone, you want to hook up your earbuds via Bluetooth to your watch and have more music or a podcast going on, you can do that with the Watch 4. You have more storage than with the Watch Active 2. You can do it with the Watch Active 2, but keep in mind, you have literally 4 times more storage with the Watch 4 over the Watch Active 2. Now, processor-wise, we're getting the Exynos 9110 on the Watch Active 2 and the Exynos W920. In my use case, they've been great. These are optimized, obviously, for smartwatches and for wearables. So you're really not getting Qualcomm's new wearable processors. You are getting Samsung's Exynos processors. So just do keep that in mind as well. They both include LTE and their software, which I'm actually going to dive in the next segment. So when we look at software, looking at this face, it's almost identical. And then when we pull down the notification bar, it still looks really identical, but there is a difference. So while the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 is running Samsung's OS, let's do software, One UI Watch version 2, and it's running Tizen. But if we go with the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4, you're going to notice, and if I do bring up About Watch on the Watch Active 4 software, we have One UI Watch version 3.0, but it has Google Play services, system service, and it has Wear OS. So this has Wear OS 3.0 over Tizen. So Samsung really did ditch Tizen with the Watch 4 and the Watch 4 Classic, and they teamed up with Google to bring their redesign with Wear OS 3.0. But the reason why you can't tell the difference is because there is a skin on here. Like there is a Samsung One UI skin. You can't tell that that's Wear OS. The great thing is you do have Google apps. Like I downloaded Google Keep, which comes in super clutch when a new video idea comes to my mind, or I just have to really write down something quickly. When I'm testing out the phone, I need to add that to the video, and I just write that down in Google Keep. And I have my watch on me, super great. I have Google Pay on here, which I can use over Samsung Pay, which I personally prefer. But you have the option to use Google Play apps, whereas on Tizen, there isn't that option. So you don't have that. You only have the Samsung Store, so you only get limited apps. Obviously, the Play Store has much more apps. But like I said, you're not looking at it like you're not going to be able to tell the difference right away that, man, this is a Wear OS. This is running Wear OS because of that skin on top. Now, in my usage, honestly, I haven't really noticed I've noticed the only difference is the fact that for some odd reason, I feel like this at times just lags a little bit more than my Watch Active 2 that runs Tizen OS. That's just at times. And I'm not doing really anything too hardcore. Like I'm not always using my watch for exercise. Like when I'm on a walk, it'll automatically detect that I'm walking or exercising, and it'll do that workout. But other than that, I'm not playing with the watch all day. So it lasts me throughout the day, but sometimes when I turn it off and turn it back on, this takes a while to kind of, get its feeling back together. Whereas the Watch Active 2, it's up and running, no lag, no stutter whatsoever. So I don't know why it's like that. That's just in my use. If you have a Wear OS, if you have a Watch 4 and you've had this type of experience, let me know in the comments down below. Or if not, let me know, like, is your Watch 4, your Wear OS 3 watch running without any stutter or any lag? Because I don't know, I've just come across at times I'm like, this should not be the case, because that's how it was with older Wear OS watches, and it just shouldn't be the case with the new ones, because that's what Google is aiming at, to bring a much more seamless experience with the new operating system. But otherwise, software, for me, I don't notice too much of the difference, that the fact that this has a Wear OS watch. The only thing that helps is it has those Google apps. Like you have much more apps with the Watch 4 over the Watch Active 2. Okay, so now when we come to health and fitness here, I'm typically using my watch. Obviously, when I'm taking a walk or I'm exercising, it'll automatically detect, but I just haven't really, delve into the Fitbits and all the extra features that both do offer, and kind of use those as of yet. I've typically used my watches just for notifications and for calling and whatnot, but we're going to talk based on health and fitness and what they do offer. I'm going to be really transparent here, straightforward. Like I said, I mainly use my watches, even my Apple Watch 2, when I'm wearing that, for notifications and for calling and for all that stuff. When it comes to health and fitness, I let it do its thing on the side. When I'm exercising, it'll detect that I'm walking or running or I'm exercising, let it record, and I'll take a look at it and kind of work on top of it. What do I need to improve? But I don't really dive into the statistics, the analytics of really those health features, which I kind of should. That's on me. But let's talk about what both do offer, which one offers what and which one does not. So with the introduction of the Galaxy Watch Active 2, it did welcome blood pressure reading, and in fact an ECG, which obviously came out later. The FDA approved the ECG sensor later with the Watch Active 2, and it also did welcome blood pressure reading, but it's still not available to US customers, so that's really includes me. Now, not only does the Watch 4, this one right here, have all those health monitoring tools, it comes with a body composition analysis and better sleep tracking analysis, which I'm actually going to try out right after this, right after I film this. It has ECG right here. It has my BPM stress. I can measure my stress, and it also can measure your sleep as well. Better sleep tracking analysis. So body composition is read through BIA, which pretty much it estimates things like body fat percent, skeletal muscle, body, water, weight using a weak electrical current. And that sleep tracking, it also benefits from the blood oxygen being read once a minute. It promises that improved accuracy compared to the Galaxy Watch Active 2. And in fact, like I said, I'm actually going to try this out when I'm sleeping. It says get more sleep insights by measuring your blood oxygen and snoring as you sleep. So I will be trying that actually tonight. So that's actually really cool. But let's go back. And those are one of what we call these tiles here. Body composition, where you can measure that too. And I'm a male. I believe I'm 5'9". Let's just put 5'9" there. Oh, I don't know. Let's just do some, I'm around like 180. Let's do maybe 185, just to play it safe. How to measure. Move your wrist, your watch higher on your wrist. Okay, so let's do that. Touch your watch only. Don't let your raise your arms away from your body. Place middle and ring finger. So middle and ring finger on keys. Okay. There we go. There is our body composition. Keep touching. It says keep touching keys. There we go. That's not good. Body fat 26.7. Whoop. Body water 99.4. Okay, so that's cool, and I can show it on phone. So I will be taking a look at those numbers later, and also I can obviously track my sleeping as well. So you get these features that you really won't be getting on the Galaxy Watch Active 2. So if that's something that you really do prefer, then obviously Galaxy Watch 4 is the way to go. Now, when it comes to working out, both of these, they track your heart rate, their calories burned, and obviously like elapsed time. And like I said, I typically use it for automatically when it detects when I'm working out, and just automatically starts using it, detecting that workout. So they both do offer that. But so like especially for like an outdoor walk, which I typically do often, it doesn't need to manually start when I'm walking outdoors. And although, this does have different software, because it obviously runs Wear OS over Tizen OS. Now I use Google Fit over Samsung's own dedicated health app. They both have a built-in running coach. So there's these tips and tricks to kind of help you with your exercise. So when it comes to health and fitness, Samsung really did put in the effort and the work to offer you almost the exact, like the same experience if you're upgrading from the Watch Active 2 over the Watch 4. But you're getting pretty much body composition, sleep analysis, and all those really good extra features that I'm going to be taking a look actually tonight. So I'll be wearing this tonight when I go to sleep. But those are the extra features. They're going to really perform really well. They're going to get the job done for your exercise. So they look elegant, they look sleek, they look clean. Like, they're nice looking watches that also do perform really good with health and fitness. When it comes to battery life, I have no complaints here. I really don't. If I have to charge the watch every single night, like any type of watch, like an Apple Watch, I have to charge every night, and I barely use it, we got a problem. Like, I understand we should be getting used to that fact, like, okay, these need to be charged after a certain point. Some people do charge it every night, but I don't use my watch too often like I would my phone, so I shouldn't be charging it as often, and it shouldn't, be like that. And both of these actually have been superb with battery life. I always charge it the second day. Like, the first day I'll take it off on day one. By the end of the day, I'm like maybe half, or like 55-60%. And the second day I'll be down to like 15-20, and that's when I'll go ahead and put it on charge. Obviously, if I'm playing around with it, it's going to maybe last me a day and a half. But I had no complaints with battery. And if you're going to be using this for a workout every day, you won't have any issues whatsoever. Here's the thing though, if you notice, I don't use always on display. So if you do, you'll see a reduction in that deduction with battery life. But if you just raise your arm, it's going to turn on anyway. So for me, battery life has been great, and I think it would be great for you guys as well. 2 days is pretty much how it goes for me. If I really do push it, 2.5 days, like if I don't want to charge it when it's like 15-20%, I'll go the next day and then charge it by the afternoon. But for battery, you shouldn't have any issues. You shouldn't be worrying about, oh man, I have to get my watch to the charger right away. Battery life is a plus for Samsung watches. So next comes the price. And let's start off with this. When this first came out in 2019, the 40 millimeter, so the smaller one, started at $249 and $269 for the 44 millimeter. Nowadays, you can find it for so much cheaper. I'll be leaving links in the description down below of the Galaxy Watch Active, and I'll leave both 40 and 44 millimeter just for your liking. So you can definitely find it much cheaper than the $249 and $269. Obviously, if you go with LTE, it's going to cost more than the $200 to $300 range. As for the Galaxy Watch 4, it starts at $250 for the 40 millimeter, and this is only for the Bluetooth model, and $300 for the 40 millimeter. So for the smaller size and LTE, so it's priced about the same when they first came out. The 44 millimeter also costs $280 and $330 for the LTE for the larger 44 millimeter for the Galaxy Watch 4. And here and there, you'll be able to find deals and price drops within a couple months with the Galaxy Watch 4. When this came out in the summer of 2019, I picked it up later that fall or winter. It was around the winter, about 4 or 5 months later, and I did pick it up for about 20-30 bucks cheaper. So you might come across the same thing with the Galaxy Watch 4. They're priced the same, $250, $300, and they're priced cheaper than the newly unveiled Apple Watch Series 7, though that is kind of, you can compare that to the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, which still is also cheaper than the Series 7. These kind of compare to the Apple Watch SE, which is $280, I believe, for the 40 millimeter for a smaller size, and $309 for the 44. So these are still cheaper than Apple's offerings. So pricing wise, I think they're priced pretty good. Now, here's the thing. The bottom line, the question is, should I pick up a Galaxy Watch 4 over the Galaxy Watch Active 2? Well, if you're looking for a new one, like you don't have a smartwatch and you want to pick up one of these two, then here are two things. If you want the latest and greatest, you want that body composition analysis, sleep tracking analysis, a much more, sleeker, newer redesign. I mean, I just prefer this. That's just my preference design wise. Then I would say go for a Watch 4. Obviously, the $250 for the 40 millimeter, $279 for the 44. So you shouldn't have any issue with pricing because this also came out the same price. So if you're looking for a brand new watch, you don't have any, and you want the latest and greatest features, Galaxy Watch 4 is definitely going to be the choice for you. You're also getting more apps because it's running Wear OS 3.0, whereas you won't be getting as much apps if you go with the Galaxy Watch Active 2. Now, if you don't have a smartwatch, but you're looking for something you want to dive into, and something that's not going to break the bank, you can find this for pretty good deals, the Galaxy Watch Active 2. And the thing is, with smartwatches, they're not like smartphones where you're going to be upgrading every 2 years. They can last you for 3-4 years. This is my second, I'm going into my third year of using this watch, and it runs really good. So I hope this one does go as well, goes pretty long as well. There's no need of picking up a new device every 2-3 years for a smartwatch, which comes to the case if you have the Galaxy Watch Active 2. Honestly, you'll see those improvements, but it's really not enough improvements, in my opinion, to go ahead and fork over another $250 or $280 to pick up a new Watch 4 if you already have the Galaxy Watch Active 2. So here it is. Bottom line, they're both great watches. It depends on your case. I'll just summarize it again. If you don't have a smartwatch, you want the latest and greatest, then Galaxy Watch 4. If you want a smartwatch that's not going to break the bank, you can get the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2. If you already have this, I personally would not recommend picking up the Galaxy Watch 4. I mean, if you do, you're not going to lose anything, but that's just my personal preference. If you already have this, no need to pick up the Galaxy Watch 4. These will work on Android devices. This does work. I used it on a OnePlus device. It does work on OnePlus. And I believe this also does have support. The Tizen, the Watch Active 2, has support for iOS, whereas I don't think as of right now this has support for iOS. Correct me if I am wrong, but I am using this with my Z Flip 3 as of the recording of this video. And I mean, they're both great watches, guys. It's hard to kind of like choose which one is better over the other, because I love everything that comes into my hand that I can use, like the Watch Active 2, the Watch 4, even smartphones. But then again, those are your which one should you choose over which. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, like I said, I really appreciate you this video. Thumbs up and turn on the bell notifications. It really does help out the channel and push my content out to more people. We passed 10K subscribers, guys. My goal of 2021, you guys helped me. Thank you all so much. I can't wait for what's in store for the rest of 2021, and next year is going to be great. I can feel it. I know it. Thank you all so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Anyway, everybody, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to Superman that like button, comment down below, because with the more interactions we get on this video, not only helps the video and the channel, but also pushes the video out to more viewers. And best of all, Superman that subscribe button. Until next time, everybody, and until next video, this is MTG.